I woke up at 5 a.m. to make this video, and all I want to say is that if you're buying the battle pass, just please use code KenBeans in the item shop. It helps me out way more than you think. I want to welcome you to the new season. I'm going to check out all the new things. I'm going to mention off everything as fast as possible, show on-screen examples and all that. Okay, so after what I just played, I just want to let you guys know that the servers every time the new season comes out is really bad. Here's a couple clips of my last arena game, and you can tell this is server lag because it kind of looks like massive ping delay. If you experience this, don't worry too much because there's just so many people on the game. It will die down eventually and it will get way better. Every season kind of starts out similar to this, and there's always crashes and bugs and all that. Just a little heads up so you know what to expect. For starters, I'm going to talk about the map. Some things I didn't realize right away was that Corny and Boney are still in the game. This was something that was talked about a lot, and a lot of people thought that they were going to be exploded, but they're actually still in the game. Every time you launch into a game, there's always going to be one place with like a ball around it on the map. This is where a new form of zombies spawn, and it's almost like a zero gravity type area. You can land on these geysers that kind of shoot you around the POI, and it's really cool, and it's a good way to get some good guns and some good movement going at the same time. The crazy thing though is that it's not in arena. I was playing a couple of games and I didn't realize this at first, but then as I got into arena and started playing it a lot more, I played some pubs and I played some arena, and I realized that it wasn't there. What it looks like in arena, it's a straight rift to go almost, but it's dark purple. The second you walk close to it, zombies start appearing, and then you just gotta kill them, but I usually just run away anyway. The thing about when you land here though is that when you come here, you can't build. When you're playing this for the first time, make sure that you remember because it killed me a lot. Also, it doesn't just spawn in one area. This zombie circle spot could be more than one spot on the map. So just keep your eyes peeled because even as the zone is closing, it could still go to that spot. Also know that the chests here are pretty good and they usually drop these miniguns. What you got to do is kill the zombies, and they drop these Kevin type cubes. You use them to upgrade the guns, and as you kill the zombies, you can leave that place with really good loot. I thought at first that those chests were god chests, but it's just normal chests. The zombies drop mats, ammo, and shield. I've been landing at the areas with all the wind tunnels recently in a couple hours of when I first got on, and I've noticed that they all share this thing in common. They give you really good movement, and they also have lots of brick and lots of wood around them. One thing that I didn't realize right off the bat was that arena is still the same. The good news for this is that arena points didn't reset yet, and I believe they reset in about 3 days from when this video was posted, I think. I'm not gonna lie though, but I thought that on the day of the battle pass that arena would have something different about it. It's okay because I think in a couple days it might change drastically. For all we know, there could be some crazy point system. I really hope there's gonna be some sort of incentive because people are still dying in arena mad fast. Like worse than pubs. It's kind of crazy. I left my POI in one of the games I was playing earlier, and it literally had 20 people left. I've seen pub games more stacked than that. I need to mention though, if you can land at a slipstream, you can get a really good rotation and have a really good drop spot. I think I might try and dedicate an entire video to drop spots. Let me know down below if you want a video like this for this new season because it is crazy how many good spots there are where you can get max brick, max wood, and have 2 chests, shotguns, minis, and all that. Here's an example that I literally just got in arena. And I just landed here, and there's minis here, minis there, there's a chest there, and then there's a shotgun over there. Not only that, but these rocks give you a lot of brick. I just got 144 brick from that. Already I'm all spawn. I have 6 minis. I have 2 chests and a big pot, and I just got a pump. Now I have max shields and an amazing loadout, and I guarantee you that all these slipstreams have little areas and little crevices just like this where you can farm and get really good guns right off the spawn. If you didn't know by now, the charge is in the game, and all you have to do to craft it is get 1 part, and you can craft your shotgun to a charge. That's one thing I didn't realize right away. In every new season, there always seems to be new crafting techniques and these new items that you can use to craft. Now I haven't gotten one yet, but I was playing arena in the beginning and someone was using a railgun. I don't know if it's exactly still in the game from like chests and all that, but I think you might be able to craft it with something. Just keep your eyes peeled about that because that was crazy. Also, there's a minigun in the game if you guys don't know. Now I believe this is also only in pubs, and I found it at that little circle place that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Just keep your eyes peeled for this because if you do play pubs and you run against someone who's using this minigun, they will shred you like no tomorrow and constantly spray you. Don't forget they also got rid of the Ferrari as well. One thing I noticed almost right away was that there's a lot more NPCs to interact with around the map. This is really good because some of them even sell chug cannons, which might be nice, but there's also other things you can get from them like mats and shields like we already know. What I really like that they added was that in some spots around the map, there's also like these small little henchman buildings. They give good loot. They have chests. They also have a god car near them as well, which you can use to rotate with. Some of them have slurp barrels too. Last but not least, the harpoon is finally back. I love that thing. Definitely interesting to see they added some new things back to the game though. Even if it might be game breaking at first, I like to see them implementing things like they used to. Just keep your eyes peeled for this because if you do play pubs and you run against someone who's using this minigun, they will shred you like no tomorrow and constantly spray you. Also, one crazy thing is that if you don't know by now, the tax are not in the game. So far, what I've seen is charge, pump, and then the lever. I haven't seen any snipers, and the inflatable is no longer in the game. In arena, there's also this automatic sniper rifle which shoots really fast. We've seen this in the game before though. In pubs, there's this new type of AR which is kind of really cool. I was using it for a little bit, but since I switched to arena, I didn't get to use it that much. It shoots really fast and hits people pretty hard. I think I would probably prefer this over a normal AR, to be honest. I believe what I'm about to speak on now is not in arena, but I did find this cool thing in pubs that I just randomly came across. There's this lady where if you spar with her, it's kind of like dancing or pretend fighting, and she chug splashes you after you do a little dance. I was able to get chug splashed twice in a row, which I thought was pretty cool, but it's just one little unique thing that I didn't really realize or know that was going to be added in the game. Chances are there's going to be a lot of new people watching this video, and I've been making tips and tricks in this game for a very long time. I created a small list of some exploits and some things you need to know and keep in mind while you're fighting people, because it will help you win the fight. One of the things that a lot of people have been using in their fights recently, especially top tier pros, they've been implementing mongrel classics but behind a window edit. In case you don't know, the old move, which is the normal mongrel classic, is not the most effective way to do it. Doing it behind the window edit just like this gives you a beautiful right hand peek and makes it so it's not a 50-50 anymore. I'm sure that if you're coming back to this season after a long break, you definitely don't know about this. Just make sure you use it, because even I do this. The biggest thing for this new season in box fights is to try and do edits outside of the box. This is a new play style that, especially for season 8, you're definitely going to need to know. I'm going to leave that link down below. Building things through walls is something that's been crazy recently, and when you're fighting someone who is not that good, if you stick anything in their box, they're going to be very scared. Do your best this season to recognize whenever you're box fighting someone, if they have nothing inside their box, all you got to do is look down at this corner of the wall right here on the left side, and you have to be more centered to the left. If you're kind of in the middle, it won't work too well. Take out your stair, or if you want to stick a cone in there, you can do a cone. Just crouch up and down while holding turbo build. It's that simple. If you do stick a stair in their box, a common thing I do is try and pre-box the side so that I can get a free shot on them just like this. Just in general, make sure you're doing right hand peeks and top right hand corner edits. Always try to do an edit, but confirm it when you're behind cover. It's one of the best ways to limit damage in fights, and honestly, if you're playing in this new season, which we all are, you got to make sure that you're doing right hand peeks way more than you think. Don't forget about the KenBeans classic. This move is still up and coming, and I honestly think I'm going to make another YouTube video on this. This move is going to be one of the best moves to date. I really like just cutting this stair in half and editing the top portion of this floor, so when someone's attacking the top of your box, you can hit them with a right hand peek. When you're looking to improve this season, just play angles out of your mind. To be good in the current state of Fortnite, you need to have insane movement and you need to have very good angles. That's how you could be really consistent and win a lot of games this season. If you're a content creator or you're a pro, listen to this. Time is very valuable, so if you're looking to improve a lot and you're trying to be a pro player, what you need to do is not worry so much about scrims at the moment. I think that scrims are not the wave anymore unless you need specific practice on something. If you're either a content creator or someone who doesn't have a lot of time on their hands, don't play scrims a lot because it wastes so much time. Personally, what I would do is play arena non-stop. I would try and learn one new move over the course of like 3 days and practice that one move a lot in arena. When you get on the next day, think about how you died the previous day a lot and then practice those techniques, or maybe you were choking edits or something. Just practice that in creative. Try not to chalk everything up to RNG in your deaths, but just think about how you can improve so you can implement and work on that the next day. I know we're all motivated to grind, but here's some things that you should not do this season. The biggest thing is to slack off a week after watching this video. A new season in Fortnite kind of reminds me of people's New Year's resolution. They wait for the new season and they tell themselves that they're going to grind really hard, they're going to switch their binds up and get really good. A week goes by and everything goes out the window. There's going to be a World Cup here before we even know it. Just recently, I saw some pros changing up their binds. For example, I went to Calc and Creo streams and they were both changing up a few building and editing binds. Remember that it's never too late to switch something that's really important in the game. Now's the time to do it because there's going to be a lot of new people on the game, which means the games are going to be a little easier, which means that people who are changing their binds up are going to have an easier time. One thing to not do this season is play arena when you're half dead. In my opinion, you're practically wasting time at that point. My coach always told me that it wasn't practice makes perfect, it was perfect practice makes perfect. Here's the secret key that I've been using to improve, even though I only play the game like 4 days a week. What I did at the start of last season was get on the game and I would go into creative for like 20 minutes. I would force myself to do things that were uncomfortable so I can get really used to them over time. And even after like a month, I would make sure I'm not getting too comfortable with the things I'm doing and always try and learn and struggle with something else. So like I said, that would take around 20 to 30 minutes and then I would just play arena for the rest of the day and try and go for clips and play really smart. Also going for the win. I'm going to be streaming a lot of season 8 content this season, so if you're looking for a new streamer, twitch.tv/KenBeans. Link down below. What I plan to do is be ahead of the meta as much as possible this season so I can teach you guys these new things in a unique way. I think I gained around 50,000 subs since last season, so thank you for everything you guys guys have done. You guys have been helping me complete a dream over here, and I appreciate it. It goes a long way. Shout out to all the people who already sent me proof of them using my code to buy the battle pass. I honestly think one of the best ways to support someone is to buy the battle pass, because there is millions upon millions of people who buy it. I love you guys, and it's been your man Ken. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.